Hello and welcome to part 18 of Let's Play Sonic 3 and Knuckles. We're heading into Flying Battery Zone, which for Knuckles is basically the exact same zone for Sonic, so there's not going to be a lot to talk about. I do take a couple different paths and get to a couple secret areas that only Knuckles or Tails could access, but that's really it. To be honest, I'm getting a little bit tired of talking about this game. I've finally finished all the recording though. It's coming to a head. There's only 2 more parts after this one. Oh, I need to think of some kind of story to tell, some kind of experience or something. I don't know, I've talked about what's coming up. We know Shinobi 3 is next. Dead Rising, I don't even know when I'm getting back into that. That's not even on me, that's on my friend who I'm playing with. Because she's either too busy or having computer problems or both. And by computer problems, I just mean for the game. Still got some work to do there. Sonic Generations will probably come after Shinobi 3, because even if I was doing Dead Rising, it would take a while to get into. Fire Emblem's planned in there somewhere, but I'm still deciding on how I want to work that one out. Yeah, what else we got? What else is on the horizon? I know I wanted to do Toy Story. That one's probably coming up soon. Oh, and something else. I'm going to be doing some videos on just random stuff, random games I've been playing. Mostly multiplayer stuff. I know I've got one video in particular of me and a couple buddies playing a game called The Ship. It's a ridiculous game. It's not a traditional Let's Play at all. It's just the 3 of us dicking around. This is a different area that only Knuckles can access, or Knuckles or Tails, but I'm not playing as Tails. Well, I guess Sonic could if he could double jump, but not that it's any different. Oh yeah, we get the worst designed bombing weapons. Seriously, they just blow up on his own ship and eventually blow a hole in it. Actually, when I used to come to this part, I used to stick around up there and see if a hole would be blown in any other part from the bombs. I was sadly disappointed. Now, if you're not careful, if you go that route, you can skip right by the special stage. Since I didn't want to do that, and I wanted to get the Chaos Emeralds, I backtracked a little. So here we are, next special stage, and yep, I get this Chaos Emerald. Super Emerald. It says Super Emerald. Ugh. I just ate. Now I'm full. I feel lethargic. I probably shouldn't be doing the voiceover for this right now. Free the animals. You know what would be neat, or maybe kind of a fuck you move? If something at the very end of the game depended on if you release that animal capsule right there. I mean, that's stuff like right out of, what was it, Marvel Ultimate Alliance, the first one, where you got certain endings depending if you did certain side missions. That's another game I should think about playing. The first one, at least. Second one, it's a little iffy. I got bored of the second one pretty fast. They kind of screwed it up by using the Civil War storyline, which would have been really fun to play through, but then they switched it halfway through into an original story, and it's like, it didn't work. It should have either just been solely Civil War, with maybe a different outcome depending on which side you take, Or it should have been a solely unique story like the first game was. Then again, maybe I'll be getting into a DC game instead, because I've been much more interested in DC comics lately. Be it the comic books, well, sort of. I was reading Justice League International till they cancelled it. I have been getting into a couple of other ones, though. I tried to get into Birds of Prey, I hated it. Red Hood and the Outlaws has been good, though. So is Justice League Dark. And I've been interested in getting into a couple other ones, too. Let's see. Kind of been interested in, Ravagers and all the stuff that kind of ties into it. I know it's had some tie-ins with Superboy, the Teen Titans, and, Legion Lost. Justice League has interested me a bit. Not so much into Batman. I was never a huge Batman fan. And I absolutely hate the way the fandom takes him. Oh, it's because he's Batman, he can do anything. Well, that makes Batman just as broken a character as Superman. I said it, and I'm gonna stick by it. Batman is just as broken a character as Superman. In fact, he's worse. Batman's just a regular human doing bullshit stuff. At least for Superman, he's an alien, and they can just, like, play it off that way. Not to say I don't like Batman, I just don't, take him and run with it as everyone else does. I mean, I like the Arkham City games. I like him most when he's got another character to work off of. I loved him in Justice League, but I could never get into Batman the Animated Series. And I tried. I tried when I was a kid, and I tried again just a year ago. I downloaded the series and got, I finished through the first season and got partway through the second, and then I just like, I can't do this. It's so boring to me. Not to say I got into the Superman animated series either. I mean, I know it sounded like I'm a big Superman fan, but I'm not. Although, he does have his moments sometimes. Yeah, for the DC animated universe, I like Batman Beyond, and I like Justice League. And Justice League Unlimited. Never got into Static Shock, and Zeta Project sucked. Speaking of these animated shows, there's Young Justice now, which is a really good show. I've actually enjoyed that quite a bit. I just saw the new episode recently, and I recommend it. It's a very good show, very well written. Which is kind of nice after we got some pretty either mediocre or different DC shows out there, like the Batman sucked. I didn't like it. Brave and the Bold I didn't hate. It was just very kid-friendly, so I never got into it. I mean, not to say kid shows are bad. I mean, some of them do work into the into adult jokes, and I can already tell that I'm gonna start talking about My Little Pony soon and my opinions on that. But sometimes a show just has to be a kid's show. There's no problem with that. So what if adults and older kids roll their eyes? As long as the target market is enjoying it and watching it, and the producers and everyone are making money, it works. And I guess since I brought it up, My Little Pony, I don't like it. I don't hate people who do. I hate people who make an obsession out of it and try to force it into every stupid little thing and try to force it on me and say that if I don't like it, I'm wrong. And no. Shut up. I don't like it. I respect that you do. I can leave it at that, can't I? I have talked so little about Sonic and Knuckles here. I mean, look, even Knuckles is getting pissed off at me. See? He's so bored, he's boxing now. He's boxing the air. Well, I have something to talk about with the game now. The boss fight here. We are not fighting the Egg Robo, we are fighting Robotnik, because the developers were lazy and didn't make a sprite for the Egg Robo. Even though there clearly is a sprite of him facing forward, and I'm sure it wouldn't have taken a lot to edit his eyes moving. Now, unlike the mini-boss fight, which I completely skipped over, but I didn't need to talk about it, it's exactly the same as when you fight him with Sonic. For this boss fight, he only rotates twice instead of 4 times, and he's constantly spitting the fire. But hey, hit him 8 times and he's gone. I think I just need to hit him one more here. Yep. Well, this part's finally coming to a close. And, I'm not sure if anyone else saw that, if that was supposed to happen, but I saw a lot of, mechanical garbage sprites just jump out there. Maybe that was from the capsule breaking, I don't know. Either way, Flying Battery's over. Let's go to Sandopolis in the next part.